Well, lockdown continues as we remain in the grip of this worldwide pandemic. And as a result, people are asking questions. They have a bit more time, I guess, to ask questions. But really, it's the big issues that we're facing that are making people ask big questions of life. When people do ask me about Christianity, I often encourage them to read one of the accounts of Jesus' life, death and resurrection, what we call the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke or John. And as you read the Gospels, you'll discover what Jesus is really like. But as you read about Jesus and read his words, you'll discover that arguably the most loving man who ever lived talks about hell more than anyone else ever does. And that takes us to the fourth chapter of this book. This book, If You Could Ask God One Question, that a friend and I wrote some years back. I'm revisiting this book as a result of all the questions that are being asked at the moment. And it takes us to chapter 4, which is this. If you're a God of love, why send anyone to hell? That's a great question, isn't it? Why would God send people to hell if he's a loving God? Well, if I may, I'd like to flip the question around and ask this. How could a God of love not send people to hell? You see, when Jesus was speaking of hell, on one occasion, he described it as a place prepared for the devil and his angels. Jesus prepared hell specifically to deal with the greatest evil in the world. And you see, a God of love, if he's really loving, can't simply sweep evil under the carpet, let it go. He has to deal with it. He has to punish it. And hell is the place where he will punish evil. So rather than think, how could God send people to hell? You end up ending up asking the question, how could a God of love not have a place like hell? Now, hell is a difficult thing to talk about. It's certainly not something we should ever talk about with a smile on our face. And it becomes particularly difficult when we are thinking about who might or might not go there. The great news of Christianity that I'll be thinking about next time in the next chapter of this book is that he has dealt with the problem of our evil. He has dealt with the punishment so that we don't have to go to hell. But that's for next time. For now, if you want to know some more about this question or any of the questions that are in this book, you can download a free copy of the ebook of this book. You simply need to go to the Good Book Company, the publishers of this book, the Good Book Company, and type in the search section, If You Could Ask God One Question ebook, and then you can download that for free.